Hey, welcome back. Today we're gonna watch some of other kind of YouTubers talking about the new Pokemon game, Scarlet or Violet, because I'm gonna play the Scarlet. This was just a backdrop. I found this dude. He's talking a bit about the different Pokemon, so let's just
Ah,
watch
shit.
this video.
Here we go again.
This was
Today we're going to be
behind
taking a look at the starter evolutions in Pokemon Scarlet and
because
Violet,
I have
which
not watched
you might remember I
anything
covered in a previous
other
video,
than
but
I've
Uncle Nintendo was
seen
not
the
too happy
first
about that, so I won't be
fire
showing
starter
any
and the
official
grass
in-game
starter because
screenshots,
I
but we've
just
got fan
skipped
art of
over
what the
this
starter evolutions actually look like, as well
in
as
the
the
first
stats,
evolve.
ability, hidden ability,
But
and
I
the
have not
signature
seen
moves
them
of
in
the
the
three starter
evolutions
Pokemon
or the
final
one pack
evolutions,
yet.
so there is some new information here. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button, and let's jump into it. First up is the grass cat Pokemon Sprigatito, who as you can see has the overgrow ability
like
as
the cat,
every other
it's very
grass type
cute.
starter Pokemon has, but
And I
their hidden
think
ability
the
is
fire
actually going to
one
be
was very
Protean,
dirty, so
which you might remember was previously
at this
exclusive to
standpoint, it's
Greninja
the
and allows a
grass one
Pokemon to change its type
over
into the
the
type of the
look
move it's about to use.
in the
But
first
in
evolve.
Generation 9, the ability Protean and I'm assuming Libero as well have been nerfed so that now it only works once each time the Pokemon enters battle. And I'm reading that directly from the description in the
I have
game,
not
so
played
it's a
it.
little
I'm
bit
not a
unclear to me
Pokemon nerd.
if
I
that
have
means the Pokemon
played
can
Pokemon
only
when
change
I
type
was a little
once
kid,
in the
but
whole
I've not
battle,
played it
or
in
if
many
you
years,
switch it
so
out and then switch back in, it'll reset to its original typing,
have not
and then if you use
been
a different
exclusive
move, then
about
it can
it.
change type
So
once again. But now let's get into our first
oh,
evolution, Floragato, who's still going to be known as the grass
Floragato
cat Pokemon, and of course still remains
looks
a
very
grass type,
nice.
with the main kind of new feature here being the fact that it uses a little flower yo-yo. I know some people were still thinking it's a wand with like a flower on the tip, but no, that's definitely a vine yo-yo, and it is super awesome. But I can see why you might think it was a wand, because Sprigatito's final form will be known as Meowscarada, the grass
I
and
think
dark
the
type
last
known
one,
as the magician
this
Pokemon,
one,
who
Meowscarada,
unfortunately will not be staying
I will
on
not
all
try to
fours
pronounce
as many
that.
fans wanted, but I
But
still quite like the
I do not
design.
like
And
the
I already
design
mentioned that it's going to have the ability
actually.
Protean, or
I did
Protean, however
like
you
the
say it.
middle
But in
one
addition
more.
to that, we now know Meowscarada's signature move is going to be a grass type move, of course, with 70 power that throws a rigid bouquet of flowers at the target, never misses,
want to see
and
the
always lands a
grass one in
critical hit.
shiny. What
Along with his
color
stats, which
shift
you can
to?
see at the bottom there, this means Meowscarada is perfectly set up to be a physical sweeper, since it can always land critical hits with this move and it never misses. And you can see its speed stat is actually really crazy, being the highest of the three starter Pokemon. So moving on to Fuecoco, the Fire Croc.
I
Of course,
think
it is
this
going to be
looks
a
so
pure
dirty in
fire
the
type
first of all.
with the ability Blaze and the hidden ability
This has
Unaware,
to
which
get
ignores
better.
stat changes when you're attacking. So for example, if the enemy raised its defense 50 times and you hit it with a physical move, your attack will ignore all of those defense raises. Even though Fuecoco looks like it might become more of a special attacker, judging
That's
by the
even
stats of
worse.
its evolution. Crocolore, the second stage
Crocolore
of the
is
Fire
so
Croc, with
ugly.
the little egg on its head. Don't really have much to say about it other than how derpy this design is, but of course that little egg eventually hatches in its final form, Skeledirge, the Singer Pokemon, who's going to be a fire and ghost type. And we don't quite have the dex entry, so I'm not sure
What
why it
did the
becomes a
egg
ghost,
hatch
but I've heard a
into?
lot of people say that its inspiration for the design is kind of based on the Dia de los Muertos with the coloring of the mask. But the main
I have
quirk of
no
this
clue
Pokemon
how
is the
that
fact that the
even
egg it
makes
had
sense.
on its head has
Well,
now hatched into
actually-
a little fire bird, which it carries on its snout.
Oh.
And it's a reference to a real-life crocodile that apparently has a bird that cleans its teeth for it. Maybe that's what's going on with Skeledirge being a ghost type. It's actually just a shell, and the bird at this point is the one keeping it
Oh.
alive. But that's just speculation on my part,
Fire
because
and
like I
ghost
said, we
type.
don't quite have the
That
Pokedex
seems
entry yet. But
actually
one thing we do have
quite
is the
strong.
signature move, which is going to be known as Torch Song, and it is an 80 power
It's a
special
starter
attack
Pokemon.
with 100 accuracy, blows out raging
like
flames
those,
as if singing
Pokemon
a
too.
song, and boosts
They
the
used to
user's
be
special
strong.
attack. So although it might not have the craziest
Ghost,
base power, the fact that it
Dragon,
boosts your
and,
special
Fairy
attack every
type
time you use it means that with every
was
consecutive
always
hit, you're going to be
one
doing
of my
even more
favorites.
damage. And Skeledirge, as you can see, already has a pretty good special attack. Although its speed is not the greatest, it does seem to be a little bulkier
But the
than the
design of
other
this,
starter Pokemon.
I really
Finally, we
hate
have Quaxly, the derpy
Quaxly.
duckling, who's going to
It's
be the
kinda
water
cute.
type starter in Paldea and has the ability
bet-
Torrent like every other.
I still think the grass grass starter is the most cute one of the three yet in the first evolve. But I actually see this could be. They have fucked the two other versions up, uh, both the grass and the fire, but hopefully not the water.
Water Pokemon, but the hidden ability Moxie,
It
which
could
is
be a
one of the
very
best abilities I
pretty
think out there, boosting
duck,
the attack stat every time you
but it
knock out
could
an
also
enemy
be a
Pokemon.
very
Now it seems like
hardcore
Quaxly will be carrying
fighting
the
style.
Moxie Torch, and I absolutely love this ability,
It
so I'm pretty
actually
excited
could go
for
in pretty
Quaxly.
much
Even though
every
in the past
direction.
getting the hidden ability of starter Pokemon isn't really that easy. Usually we have to wait until some kind of event where they distribute it through mystery gift or downloadable from a game store or something. But when it does come out, I'm sure that Quaxly and its evolution here, Quaxwell, will definitely appreciate
See,
the
that
extra
was what
attack
I mean.
because
It
its
grows
stats,
up and
as you
get
can see here in
a
the
bit
middle
more
stage,
mature
definitely
and
focus on
kinda
physical attack, but it doesn't
hard.
have as great of speed as the little
real
kit he had.
punch,
Even
real
in its
punch.
final form, Quaquaval, the Dancer Pokemon, who's going to be a water and fighting type, doesn't quite have the speed
I'm
to
definitely
compete
going
with
for water.
Meowscarada, but it does have a higher
100%.
physical attack, so it's going to be hitting pretty dang hard, and with the Moxie
Even though
boost,
I
it might actually
like
be a
the
pretty big threat
grass,
in competitive battle.
the
But its low speed
kitty
might
cat.
not be too much of a problem, actually,
Most
because its signature
in the
move known
first
as
evolve,
Aqua Step
like,
is an
version.
80 power physical attack that also
But
boosts
the
the
water
user's
is kinda
speed stat
cool
every time it
in all
hits.
three.
So Skeledirge raises its special attack every time it attacks.
The fire one
Pokeball
is
raises
so
its speed
fucking
every
bad.
time it
We'll
attacks.
not
And
even think about
Meowscarada
it.
just always lands critical hits. All three of the signature moves of the starter Pokemon seem pretty dang crazy. So let me know what you think of these starter evolutions. Which one will you be
To be
picking
honest,
in
I actually
Pokemon
only
Scarlet
think it's
and
the
Violet?
water
And now that
one
we know
that
the
actually
hidden
looks like
abilities
a
and
normal
signature moves,
kind
does
of
that
Pokemon.
change your opinion at all? That's going to do it for now. Make sure to
Yeah,
smash that like button
it's
if
my
you enjoyed,
opinion.
and subscribe if you haven't
Oh,
already to stay tuned
kind
for
of
my full
just
playthrough of
gave me
Pokemon
a
Scarlet and Violet
opinion.
starting November 18th. I am so freaking excited to start
So,
playing
yeah.
the game, so hopefully I will see you then.
You will probably not see me, but yeah. That was my opinion on it. Or what I was thinking about what he was saying at least. But you should know I will pick the water one tomorrow because the starter grass one, it's so you cannot just get a shiny one at the start of the game. That's kind of impossible. I'm actually not sure if the shiny locked, or I have heard about something in the earlier games. Something about the first 3 or 4 Pokemon you catch is shiny locked. And I'm not sure if they do that again, but if they do, it will not even be possible to get the grass starters shiny, so but even if it isn't, it's still kind of close to be impossible because I do not want to spend a week trying to get that single one to be shiny. So I do not have so much time on my hands. So yeah, we're gonna go for the water. The what was it called? Crackle. Not the Crackle. Where was? Yo, Crackle.
Hidden ability Moxie, which
What
is
did he
not
call
the
it?
greatest. It does seem to be a little bulkier than the Pokemon. Finally, we have Quaxly, the Derpy Duckling, who's going to be the water-type starter in Paldea, and has the ability Torrent, like every other water Pokemon, but the hidden ability Moxie, which is one of the best abilities, I think, out there, boosting the attack stat every time you knock out an enemy Pokemon. Now it seems like Quaxly will be carrying the Moxie Torch, and I absolutely love this ability, so I'm pretty excited for Quaxly. Even though in the past, getting the hidden ability of starter Pokemon isn't really that easy, usually we have to wait.
So yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be Crackly. I hope I do not disturb anyone, especially my brother, because I have no idea what he's gonna pick. I just know he's gonna play Scarlet, and he does not like the fire one either, I have heard, so yeah, I'm not sure what he's gonna pick, or we maybe gonna pick the same one, but to be honest, I'm normally not even using the starter the most of the time because I like to try something different. I, I did play Sword and Shield, and the first thing I did get as another kind of Pokemon ended up becomes my kind of main Pokemon, and that was that sheep, the white sheep. Uh, Only because the third Pokemon I meet on my route, all three of them was the sheep, but the third of them was shiny, so it was a black sheep, and I didn't. I did know it was a shiny because I know Pokemon don't change color like that, but it was not because it was shiny. It was just because it was a black sheep, and that's kind of a joke as bad luck. So I did catch it, and that was my kind of starter Pokemon through whole of Sword and Shield. So maybe it could happen again. Who knows? Um, but yeah, thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow when we gonna play it. So see ya.